almost at 75,000. We're still sitting on 4-1 right now. And it looks like we're going to have a nice sized building coming right there. Right, but people are dying all around us. No wonder. Our police department's really well, so that's not going to hurt us. Not enough room for an increase. These two look like they're having problems, but there's enough room for this guy. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to help this guy out. And we're going to blow him up. We're going to see if we can get this guy to work. And see if he can grow the way we want him to. Because there should be no way for him to say that there was not enough room for density problems. Let's do the same thing for that. Now, just to let you know, if you take this out, it will cause a problem because it will put a big factory in there and it will take this away. But we're going to do something here. We're going to have a little fun with this. And see what happens. And then we're going to put that road back in. Well, that took a lot of that out. Let's see what happens here, because I just destroyed a couple of factories. Yeah, I killed a couple of factories that I shouldn't have killed. That was on me. There, I fixed that. Let's see if we can get this really rolling here. You will probably run into problems like this, so don't be discouraged because this does happen. Just make sure that um, you constantly have them out, uh, everything you need um, to get this really rolling. Okay. Okay, this one's going up. This one it's about to get into level 2. And it's doing good with education. You are steady. That looks like it's gonna go down. It looks pretty good. This one's at top level, but middle. Well, that's all we can do over here. See now, you see what? Now this got some construction going here. Most of the time, it's just basically a waiting game, seeing if everything is going to happen the way they want it to. There we go. That just upgraded. This one, we can clean this up. It's supposed not to be like this. See if we can get some better industry in that. I think we have 3-1 again. Yep, 3-1 again. Okay, looks like we got a 4-1 again. Like I said, we just need one more. Sometimes it just needs a little help. It's straight out. The question is, let's see how fast it's going to really help us out. Yeah. Because if you look at our funds right now, our funds are almost at $500,000 right now, which is good. We want it there. We want it as high as possible because those processor factories are not cheap. They're expensive. They're 100,000. It's like 50,000 a processing area on top of all that. And so, and that's no joke. See, by the way, when I usually do this, I'm usually using 10 areas for my industrial, which I know for a fact will get you everything you need. But this time I cut it down by like 3, so I only have like 7. So I'm just gonna go with it that way and see if this is a better pattern, and we go with and see if we can do it that way. Okay, we got a 4-1 now, right? Yep, we're just waiting for this guy to upgrade or have one built right here. And we have good homes. Oh, these two. Let's see. Does Ontario North. Okay, so this one is trying to get up there with the education, so that's what we need. You want the education to be up. And so the higher the education, the better you are. Now, let's check out what's going on the island, because we should be able to get things started. Okay, now this road right here, we can do two things. We can leave it there, or this is what I recommend. Pull it all the way out. Make it go all the way through. So that way it's like, because you already, we're saving space for one. We can put a factory, a processor factory right here. We can probably put another one right here, because they're about the same size. And that's what I'm talking about. And so with that, you can make, we can make this mostly for the university, and accessory we can upgrade it. Cool. So let's put in the science department. Now, the only catch is you cannot put it next to, like, literally right here. You can't. It's not going to let you. So, my point of view, stick it in right here. Make this, make it like that. It makes it a lot easier. You can control it a lot better, and it looks kind of cool. Okay, and in the long run, it looks nice, and it's also going to help you with your industry as well, because all this is now being really fed by the university. So let's see where it's now study. It's in a spot that it won't move, so we gotta figure out what we can do to help this thing along. We have 74,000 people living here. We are definitely in deficit spending. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bond ourselves. Sell our bonds off. Let's do that. That should save us some funds. Alright, we're at 6,800 in the hole with our wonderful budget. And we are not doing too well getting our next phase running. But like I said, patience is a virtue. We just gotta wait for it. So, pardon me. So, that one looks good. Alright, cool. It's moving again, and we want this to move. You want your density to move as much as possible, because, you see what happened here? Our tech level just went up. We want our tech level to be, for this, we want our tech level to be in the next level. So we want that to go up. That's the more important thing too. You want your tech level to go up, but the density, what it will do is make it more profitable for your city, and that's what you want. And it looks like we broke the record. Oh, cool. At least it took a couple of days to do it. We're now back over 500,000. And I think we now have 2. Yep. Jeez, what am I going to do? I hope we can get this to go up. We now have 2 high tech. Oh, look at this. We got 3 high tech now. Is it even out? Yep, we're even out with 3 high techs. We just need 2 more high techs and that's it. Let's see if we get something better than those. Sorry if I'm hitting my mic. There's 4 high techs. We just need 1 more now. So this one or this one needs to upgrade. It looks like it might be this one. Let me see this one here. No, this one's going down. We don't want the we want happy people. Yep, there we go. We got it. There it is. We got our processor factory. Yay! Okay, now, you see what I did? I didn't even do anything. I just landed it here to see what we can do with it. Okay, we can build it just the way it is. That's what you want. So we're going to put that there. We're going to go in here. We're going to pretty much what we're going to do. We're going to make it go in like this. So it's like, let's say you want to put a fire department in right here. So that way you can. Or a police department or a hospital. Or I should say a clinic. So that way we can do that. Now, we can put a second one in. And if you can tell, I would recommend we put it in right here. But before we do anything, we need to set up one more over. We need to get some plastic into the city. Highly recommend import it in. We have the funds to do it. Go ahead and do it because we're also going to be putting in another one of these in, and it's going to sell our processors. Okay. Now let's see what our intake is. It's going to cost us about 36.8 thousand, which is not too bad. In the long run, it's probably better than nothing. So let's get our processor one in here so we can start selling processors. But like I said, he only used like 2 or 3 of these, and he just changed out the base. I don't like doing that. I'd rather just make it all just one thing. And we're gonna, by the way, we're gonna export the, oh great, we got an earthquake going. The question is, where at? I hope it's not gonna wreck anything. Don't you just love it when you have a disaster, you don't know where it is? There's our first shipment of plastic. It's going to come in, drop it off, and then it's going to go right on over here. That was weird. It told us we had an earthquake and nothing happened. That's the first type of earthquake I love the most. Okay, now that we got, whoa, I see where it affected all right here. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna see what buildings were affected by all this. Got one here, we got a couple right here. And I got a couple, these two, that one are on fire. Sometimes it's just easier to just let them burn themselves out. And there you go. We got all that cleared up. Alright. Why are you like that? That's supposed not to... Come on, I want to go in. Okay, you are plastic. Why did we put a plastic one right here? That should not be plastic. That should be only... Ah! Well, we better bond ourselves. That way we can have money. For some weird reason, we didn't get the bond. Um, there's our quota. That was weird. For some weird reason, we got a plastic one with our processors. That's supposed not to happen. Alright. Now let's see what's going to happen here. Excuse me. I better grab another one. Okay, we had a bond. I bonded ourselves out so that way we can cover our expenses because there's our first shipment. We don't want. I recommend. This is what I really, 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 really recommend. If you have to bond yourself out for a third time, wait until you know you're like out of the budget problem because you're right now we're not. We're in deep doo-doo, and we still have another processor for planting we have to put in, and then on top of that, we're going to converge these into from exportation to importation. We're going to import them, and so, and I don't know why I can't move. And so that's what I highly, highly recommend. That is weird. We're still getting some. So with the raw ore, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start importing and take it out. So that's going to help a little. And let's go ahead and take out the coal mine too. They served us well. They were good friends. But sorry friends, but we need to move on and grow. So now we're going to put in our trading department. We're going to stick it in right here. Okay, we're out of the red now. Oh, you know what? We need to do one thing. Click on that and then get back in here. I highly, highly recommend you put your electronics division tower in first. So that way, oh, how much? Ooh, I need $500,000. We need $500,000 for our for that tower to come in. But like, if you look at our HQ for metals, it might not even get that much higher than where it is now, and that's a straight fact because of the fact that we don't need that much. Now, we did put in our electronics division headquarters, which I highly recommend we do because that thing is gonna harm us if we don't. But we can put this guy in, and we're gonna start getting. Whoa! Like I said, we gotta watch what we do. Oh, I hope we can get it. Yeah, I'm working on it. what I'm doing is I am working on, thank you, our budget. It's going to hurt us for a little bit, but once we get funding in and everything, we shouldn't have too much of a problem. Okay, you see what I mean? Now we're going to bring this down. There. It was just a temporary fix. Come on, you're going to tell me I'm going to need another one? There we go. Where is... Oh, my. We got some buildings that we need to take out. And we went back into the hole. Okay, we're going to have to let this run on really high taxes for a little bit. Because we're not going to be able to get out of it until we can get things taken care of. That means making sure that our budget, or our income, or actually the bank account is well over 300,000, because there's three things that we're having imported, and that's our raw ore, our coal, and our plastic. And our plastic's the most expensive. Pardon me. And with our exportation of processors at 85,000, it's not giving us a whole lot of leeway to do anything with. I want to find something out here, which was 50,000, and I just need 3. We're gonna get that taken care of, so that way we can sell more processors a lot faster. Because with this, we need to get this to 1.5 million. This we need to get 500,000 or half a million to get the electronics thing up and running. You need raw ore. Yeah, we're not getting a whole lot of it. And so it's taking time. But alright, cool. It's working. Now, with this guy, I'm going to show you where we're going to put this. Okay, you ready? We're going to put him right in this area, where that corner that we cleaned out some time ago. Because that's where we want to put him. And if you can tell, we're actually almost at 75,000. We're almost at level 4 for this. So, which is nice. That's what we want. Now, what we are going to do is, okay, you remember that hill we had that coal mine on? Okay, this hill. We're going to split this hill in half. And so that way we can utilize this hill to its full capacity. Now, I recommend that you pick a nice spot. Actually, this should be about right here. and then curve it to go like that. So you see how we'd have that? So now, if we want, we can actually have a road go right under it, and then go right here and go and make it basically a shortcut for drivers, which is probably not a bad idea if I'm using the right tool. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on here. Excuse me. I see what's going on. We're gonna knock that out. It's saying that the road train is a little on the too slope. There we go. That's what we want. If you have to destroy part of the road to fix it and everything, go for it. You're gonna be having a ton of dough anyways. Don't worry about it. Roads overlap. That actually works out pretty good. That worked. But I don't like how that is. Looks like we gotta fix this right here. There we go. Now that's how it should look like. Now, do the same thing on this side. Excuse me. That was kind of nifty. There we go. That looks better. It still doesn't look right, but It's better than nothing. And by the way, if you guys haven't noticed, we got it our next level in. Okay, there's 4 of them. Where's the last one? Usually your buildings that you have to break down and rebuild, have your city rebuild them, are usually in here or on the main island. Oh, it's a house. We don't want a house going down. We don't like the taxes. Oh yeah, we need to fix the taxes. There we go. Taxes are down. Let's go ahead and take the bonds out. There. The bonds are out. Now, we're going to try to see if we can fix this right here. Let's see if we can do it. There we go. Alright, so that way we can curve that road, make it one extension, and see what happens. There we go. That's nice. So now that road curves, and it has right over here. And if we want, we could bring it over here. But the thing is, I wouldn't recommend it because you have a building right here. And we don't want to obstruct the buildings. The buildings rock. Now, the other thing is we can bring this road all the way through, which I am going to go ahead and do because it would be a good thing to do. Oh, we want to put this bone straight. We want straight roads. So that way, if you look at this, you know, this road goes from here all the way over here, and if we wanted to, we could slap it in right there. But the thing is, it won't let us. Too many intersections. And so we got that all done, which is perfect. Now, right here and here, what we could do is put residential, but I actually recommend we putting residential all right here. You know, and so when I was, like I said, I was watching the videos. If you do that, that's all you got to do. Yeah, I'll build residential all right here because we want to put our college. If we have to expand our college, we can keep on expanding it, and we expand it on both sides. So the next part of the expansion will be right here, then the next one will be right here. You know, flip-flop it. And if you can tell, the buildings right here are actually growing. Alright, so that looks good. Oh. What? Oh man, now we got 5 of them? What is going on with this city? I don't usually have this much problem. Let's see here. Alright. Oh, we can... Oh, that's right. We can upgrade our city. Okay, this is what I really recommend you put in. Put in your Department of Transportation. The reason why is so that way you can do whatever you want. Like, if you want buses, you can have buses in here. You could have, if you want to put an airport in, you can. Trains, a ferry system, you know, anything like that. This thing will let you do it, and it would be for the whole entire region. And I highly recommend you put one in because it will help your city out, transportation style. with all your transportation. Because if you can see, we have traffic. Yeah, it's erratic in some places, but in the long run, it's fine. But this is going to help us out because now we can take this road out right here and send it all the way over here for our trade department, or for our trade depot, which we want to do. And so and they're saying they need to upgrade that. That's good. Ooh. Let's put some more police cars out. It's not gonna hurt us. Because we now have control over all our assets. And we're going to put some more jail cells in. There. That's perfect. Now, said it you. Okay. Said that you needed to be taken out. Well, we've been on this for quite some time now, and I think it's about almost time for us to go ahead and take a pause. This is not bad for phase 2, or phase 3 I should say, or part 3 of this wonderful city of from nothing to Silicon Valley, or what I like to call from making no money to actually making millions. Because if you look at our income now, it's over $1 million. We can actually come over here, put in our electronics division of our trade department, and that's going to handle all our trade for that. Our metals is never going to grow any bigger than what it is now, so don't even worry about it. But I can definitely tell you this, our trade depot is going to be upgrading pretty soon here, and so that's a good plus. Our electronics division can be upgraded now. Now this is what I want to show you guys. This is what's going to help us out. Do not use this one. Don't use the commerce division. You want to use what is known as the consumer electronics division. This gives you, I want to show you. Let's go into the that. It will give you this guy right here, the Commerce Electronics Factory, which is basically your TVs and your computers. This guy is what you guys want. And so we're gonna go ahead and install this baby in. That gave us him. But if you look, you know, we have 79,000 people. The city is, well, actually, rephrase that, we have 80,000 people, and we're growing absolutely great. And let alone the city is having really good buildings being put in. We're going to have really good buildings coming in over here because this is all going to grow. And once this gets done growing, we're going to have over 100,000 people living here. We're going to have a whole lot of jobs. And what we'll do on the last and final part 4, which I'm going to try to do tomorrow or tomorrow night, we're going to put in the last two factories, which is are going to be our one is going to be our television factory, and the other one's going to be our computer factory. And then what we're going to do is over here, we're going to put in our trade port, which is going to trade everything that we want to be exported out. Well, all our imports are going to stay over here, and we're going to take this one out. We're going to move it down over in this area. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So that way we can get all that going. That is going to be our next project. But I want to show you something before we leave. Before I leave for the turn this off. If you can tell, we have a lot of land right here now. And I said something about planes being put in. Now, if I could do it... Oh, that's too far. I would put it in right here. But if you can tell, we can't. Because of the way that all these buildings right here are put in. But this is the airport. I've actually put one in on this before. It was kind of weird, but then it just didn't feel right, so I took it out. So don't put an airport in this city, because you're not going to be able to financially put it in a good spot. And that's what you want to do. You want to put it in a good spot. And so, with this all said, if you do want to put something in for like your transportation, you want to put something right there, I actually highly recommend you put in streetcars. Put a streetcar system in, if you can. Placement. Yeah, I know. All because there's no streetcars right there. Most likely what we'll do is probably move the smoldering and put it right here, right next to the smoldering department. So let's go ahead and do that. So that way I can show you what this could look like. Okay, when I said that if you destroy this, you can only put in if you make a mistake, you can't. By all means, you can't put anything. You can't put these in, because these will say not available. So we're gonna shove this guy right down here. We're gonna grab him. The reason why it says no non-placement is because of the fact is we need to upgrade the road to the next level, which is the streetcar level, and once we have it in, it will say that. But here, I'll show you what it would look like. So go to high density streetcar avenue. We're just gonna do that. You see what I mean? And there it is. I recommend putting it more like right there, which is fine. I'm not gonna put physically put it in, because I'm gonna take it out. So don't worry. I just wanted to let you know what it would look like. Bring this back down a level, and there you go. So until tomorrow night, I hope you all have a good night. Hope to see you then, and goodbye.